Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CFRL playoff race at Kentucky. I am Salvador, and joined along with me tonight is Mr. David Wessel.
Hola, Sal. Mi amigo.
Alrighty, so we head into this race for our CFRL regulars. Damn, I should really pay more attention.
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
First,
Yeah, there we go.
First race of the round of six.
Of the Earnhardt round.
round.
So, for a quick rundown on the points, you got Tegan and Mike, who are probably in pretty good standing. Tegan up 65, Mike 30 above the cutoff. Then you have Bradley Domer Jr. up 21, and Michael Fox up 4 currently. And then the two drivers on the outside looking in, heading into this round, is Kamal Wright -4 and Ryan Parsons -5. What do you think? What do you think this dogfight's gonna look like?
It's tough. We're going to go into this race. Michael Fox has a chance to go into this race and win, and that would put, I believe that would put Kamal and Ryan in a must-win situation. So it'll be good for him to try to get that, but I think it's going to be a dogfight between probably Mike and Tegan most of this race. I do believe Kamal is also pretty good here.
Yeah, I mean, we saw last week he was able to go in there and back against the wall. Be able to go and win his way into this round. And before we head into the race, here's a quick rundown on where everyone qualified. Tegan Jones will start on pole with Kamal in second. Bradley and Ryan Parsons will make up row 2. Michael Fox and Cameron Morris, row 3. Michael Whitman, Jarrett Hall, row 4. Joshua Harris, Anthony Pedris. I'm sorry if I said that wrong in cog.
Pedris.
In row 5, and JC and Matt Connors round out your field today.
I do believe KLW also did join last minute, so he will probably be in the back.
Yeah, so he'll be 13th. Probably joined after qualifying. So a lot of questions coming into this race. I heard some drivers saying that pit strategy was probably going to play a big factor.
It looks like they're lagging already.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Good lobby. Yeah, they're... yeah. Oh, 4's in the air. Yeah, they're probably going to find another lobby. This isn't good.
And this is the fun part. Getting to try and find things to talk about here.
I'm about to make it worse for you. I'll be right back.
Son of a gun. Alrighty, so your round of 6 drivers are starting 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 7th. You can always count on one thing, Michael and 7th. As we wait for the invite here, this could be a race between those Stewart-Haas cars, the 4 of Tegan and the 10 of Kamal. Mike, if he wants to get up there, is going to have his work cut out for him, having to drive back up from 7th. Bradley could definitely stick there with the Stuart Haas guys, and everyone else is probably going to be just hoping on some misfortune from others. It's very easy to do here, especially on pit road. So we wait to join here. Wait here to join Kentucky. Always a fun track. I feel like this has always been a track you can make either lane, top or bottom. Really get a run. Each have their own benefits compared to the others. And if it does come down to pit strategy, the ones I'm looking for the most there is the 4 of Tegan Jones, the 10 of Kamal, Jarrett, and Michael. Bradley Domer Jr. would also be up there on getting off sequence, being able to try and find a sequence that will get them to the end of the race, put them in the best spot for the leaders.
We dropped the green flag yet?
Nope.
Are you sure? Oh, they're about to. Okay.
Okay. I didn't even
Lobby
get
looks pretty
told I
good
could join yet.
from Mike's stream right now. Yeah, you can join.
Okay.
They're about to come to the green.
And it's barely loading in for me. Okay, there we go. And here we go. Coming out of turn 4. 6 drivers fighting for 4 spots out of the Earnhardt round to fight for a championship. And Tegan Jones is going to lead him down here to the front stretch. The green flag is out, and let's go racing tonight.
Tegan got a really good jump there. 10:48. Weren't really able to kind of match him there.
Yeah, and looks like top 3 are going to be able to get single file here heading into the backstretch. And Tegan Jones will lead our first lap this evening.
Well, I got in that corner really deep. I thought he was about to get to the back bumper of Tegan Jones.
He keeps on trying to get a look down on the inside, I guess hoping maybe for a mistake by the 4, but he does not make many of those.
Got a lot of single file action going on. The 9's going to dive below the 42.
If he's able to squeeze his way down there and try to make a battle here with the 42 for 4th.
There, Mike gets by. Now JB also trying to take advantage. There's been a breakaway with the top 7 cars here.
Yeah, they were able to get organized the quickest. And no shot, all the championship contenders are the ones up here. So, you know, they wanted to make this as easy for them. It's like Ryan trying to get underneath the 48. No, Bradley will close the door on him there. Go on board with Mr. Jones. Do you think we'll be able to see anyone kind of try to make the middle or top lane work here tonight? Ooh, Jones got the wall there a bit.
I don't know. I think it seems like they're just all kind of following in a line. This is kind of turning into a bit of a drafting race.
Looks like Kamal's trying out that middle lane a bit. And lost a decent amount of time there.
It's like S'mores is kind of lagging behind this pack a little bit. He did get into the back of the 88 of the JB. It might have slowed down his momentum.
That could, if that is the issue, that could kind of be why he's kind of just hanging around the back of this pack, still in contention for it, just maybe doesn't want to be in the way.
He's falling off a little bit too.
Oh, 42 is looking on the inside.
Mike.
Bradley's trying to go and get a little bit of a bigger arc around that corner. It kind of helped him. Mike's going to come on the inside of Ryan Parsons here. Look to take that spot.
Ooh, I think he's going to have him here going into 3. He's going to side draft him entering the corner. Ryan got a little high there. And I think Mike should be able to clear off a 4. He is.
How long do they keep their patience running in a single file line here? I mean, it's also the best strategy because if you let that 4 car leave, you're probably not going to see him again until the stage ends. JB looked like he was going to duck under the 42. 42 blocked it.
22 making an outside move around the 88, trying to go around the long way.
It looks like he's been stable lately, and he might get him here in corner entry with the help of the draft from the 42. He just went a little too wide there. Gonna have to concede the position. No,
he's still fighting for it.
He's gonna clear the 88.
Out quick, they're gonna lose the draft.
Now top 3 are looking to break away from these other 4 cars here, 5 cars here.
Yeah, I think Mike has run a little too low in turns 3 and 4 the last couple laps. We've seen him get down on the apron. I don't know if that's causing a gap.
Well, this is where you'll really be able to see who has what as this run continues to develop. The 4 car of Tegan starting to build a little bit of a gap to that 10. It's like the 10 just can't hug the bottom the way he'd want to. He drifts up in the middle of the corner.
No, I think Bradley really wants to get by him here. The tough thing is, though, you get side by side, the 4 will just pull away even more.
Yeah, and then you give a chance to Mike Man back there, who probably also impatient wanting to pass cars. They're able to build a bit of a run almost every lap here on the front stretch too, Tegan. They just can't do much with it.
48 ran really high in turn 3, and I think the 9 kind of gave him a break and let him come back down. That's teamwork right there.
Come on, looked like he wanted to peek. Tegan closes the door there.
Well, this has been going on. The 88 at JB, I believe, has lost the draft. He's probably about a half a second back right now, 4/10 of a second back from Suarez.
Yeah, I don't think it takes very much to lose the draft, because when Mike fell behind, I heard him say that he barely had the top 3's draft there. I mean, this is smart. The less amount of people you have in this big pack, the less people you have to worry about for green flag pit stops. Kind of race this stage amongst themselves, but that second pack led by Ryan. Tegan got into the wall there, heading into 1 a bit. No, S'mores isn't afraid of that high line. He's been able to make it work a bit.
Seems like this race is really going to come down to pit entry, making sure you get your pit as aggressive as you can without going over the limit.
Speeding, yeah.
Got a couple side-by-side action. Looks like the 10 might have got loose out of turn 2.
That's going to allow the 48
outside.
Bradley.
48 didn't really give him much room there. Kind of pinched him, and he got hit up the track. 9, of course, is going to go with the 48. So is the 14, interestingly enough. 48's going to cut down, and he wrecks
Bradley
the 10.
cut him off.
Bradley just destroyed the 10 Smithfield car.
And Kamal's able to save it, but
he's lost a lot of ground. He's not going to get back.
Looks like Matt's coming out of pit road in the 43.
Wow. And during all that, Tegan's looking to pull away.
Yeah. These guys need to now just try and work together and pull back to Tegan, but they're catching a decent amount. Looks like JB pulls down into pit road.
they're not really letting the 4 get away. He's just kind of stagnant right there. He hasn't gained on him, and he hasn't really dropped back to him much. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, where they really seem to be gaining time is entering the corners, but then it feels like it evens out with Tegan's exits on these corners. But now they should be in range where they can get a bit of Tegan's draft in order to pull him back in.
His pack's not as tight as they were a few laps ago after the incident with the 48 and the 10. It looks like they've spread out a little bit, but not by much. And they are reeling back in the 4. 48's there.
Yeah, 48 had a really good entry there.
Number 6, JC, pulling out of the pits currently. And I do believe the 11 of Harris also pulling into the pit. Sorry.
And the 48 is now there. Tegan gets the apron a bit.
These new cars coming out of pits right in front of the leaders. This is going to be tough to navigate here with the 3 and the 6.
Now what does Bradley and Mike do? I mean, you have to believe if Bradley makes a move, his teammate will follow. Oh, the 3 gets out of the way and
he
almost
just gets down and out of the way.
almost spun back onto the track there.
Yeah, the 1 and 2 is a tough apron to drive on. I do believe the 6 car here with fresher tires should be able to pull away.
Yeah, it seems to open up the distance there between himself and the 4. You have Harris right in front of the 6 as well.
This front pack of guys to come in within the next 5 laps, probably. Fuel window here is about 32 laps, I believe.
31 to 32 is when the pits close.
Yeah, they're going to be pushing it really close on tire wear here, it seems like.
Bradley gave the 4 a bit of a bump there and looking to the inside. And here we go, the battle is on. 48 down low, 9's kind of in the middle of them, not really playing a factor in it.
Choosing anybody here. 48 kind of runs a little high there, and 4 is going to stay clear on the 9. 48's going to get by.
It seems like the 9 is going to pit this time.
Yep, there he goes.
And with that pit stop, gentlemen, I have our first pit report of the night. The 9 car, Michael Whitman, he has let his displeasure known this entire race after receiving damage from Harris at the green flag. So he's going to be dealing with that here in this pit stop.
Thank you, Colby.
Thanks, Colby.
And 48's going to be coming in. 4 is going to be coming in. 42, 2.
This is going to be a quick stop because this is the last pits are closed when they come across the line here.
Let's see. The 9's exiting here. And, oh, whoa, this is trippy. That Tegan and Bradley are like right inside of each other. This is really weird.
Well, the 9's out. He did not opt to repair any damage. So we'll see where he comes back with blending with this pack right here. I imagine he might lose a little bit of time because he just didn't have a lap of not being able to draft with anybody. And yeah, I mean he's just now entering the tri-oval and they're coming out. So I think he's going to lose a little bit of time here.
He might be able to jump.
Oh no,
them.
Actually, there he is. I mean, he's just right there.
They're going to be really close. They're going to come up and Bradley
maybe.
comes up.
I think the 48 is going to block him. No, I mean Oh, he's
Oh,
going to
wow.
go for it all. Wow. The
4
40. Oh, my God.
wide.
They're wrecking. What is going on?
There were 4 wide, and
42
Mindkiller
down
and the
low. Oh, my
48 are now
gosh.
in battle.
Wow. They were 4 wide coming out of turn 1. The 4, he's going to dive it in below the 48. What a battle. Four got
Tegan all the way
real
down on the
low on the
apron.
Yeah. And Mindkiller looking to grab a stage win. Oh, the 4's going to send it
the 4
into him.
sends it!
Oh, no! Oh, my gosh.
And Bradley is going to sneak
Bradley
by.
is going to win this. Is that the stage? That is.
That was the stage.
That was for the stage. Wow.
Oh, everyone's
So-
lagging.
Big beef between the 4 and the 42.
That was an amazing finish to the stage when it looked like Mindkiller made the aggressive move,
Mindkiller
sending
was about
it
to get
4
a
wide.
lot of points there for his gap. But Mindkiller's going to finish 4th, Ryan 5th. Also, our stage winner, Bradley, going to sneak under those two after getting into each other.
So that'll be Bradley with the stage win, Mike Man second, Tegan third. Mindkiller fourth, Ryan fifth, S'mores sixth, JB seventh, Kamal eighth, Incog ninth, and I believe that is Harrison 10th. Matt is in 10th. They just switched spots. I believe we're on standby to see what they do here with the lobby because it looks like everyone was lagging there at the end.
Yeah, guys.
they are
Radio
restarting.
chatter says they're gonna change lobbies here.
So after finishing the stage, they're changing lobbies.
Because that is how we do it to keep everyone on their toes. What a stage finish. The 4 not happy with how he was raced there at the end of stage 1 ends up sending it into the 42, costing him the stage win, letting Bradley sneak on by and take it.
Well, it looks like when they were coming to the white flag for the stage, it looked like the 42 got underneath the 48, forced them 4 wide, and he, I think, got the 48 up into the 4, and it knocked him up the track, and he lost a couple spots, and he wasn't happy about it.
That whole sequence was wild, because then you also had Mike, who was already at speed, trying to find a way to get through them, basically. Wait here for the invites.
Still not clear to join just yet. Looks like they're going to keep the same. See, the stage was 34 laps, right?
Yes.
And it's a 134 lap race, so it looks like they're probably just going to run a 100 lap race here, I imagine. Okay, we should be good to join now.
Alrighty. I believe the final decision was they're going to go around the lap, pit, and then re-rack them for the last 100 laps.
Yeah, it's fair to let everybody get back in and get their adjustments back in how they had them. So to update our point situation with the cut line, Michael Fox finished 4th in that stage. Kamal was 8th in that stage, so he gains 4 points on Kamal with already a 4-point gap. So now Kamal is 8 points below the cut line. Ryan Parsons was 5th in the stage, and he falls to -6 below the cut line. So he's actually jumped Kamal right.
Back out so they could restart it.
Looks like they're going to find another lobby again. This one's laggy, I believe.
So with what we've seen in the first stage, do you see anyone that could potentially upset the field here and win?
Well, I think with the field getting reset, I think Kamal can get back up there finally, and with the stage in, I think he's going to be driving pretty angry after that incident with Bradley. I didn't really understand what was going on there.
Yeah, it seemed like kind of just came down. Thought
I don't know if
he
it was like a
was clear.
situation where maybe on his screen he thought he was clear and came down, and it just wasn't on Kamal's screen. Should be good to join again.
Oh my goodness.
No, looks like another bad lobby.
Tegan's just running laps around here now.
How many more tries do you think we're gonna have? Do you think we're gonna get on this try?
Who's hosting? Mike, I think.
And Mike is now.
Yeah, it'll work. For some reason, it always works after someone else tries.
Should be good to join now.
Ready?
Looks like this one is also a dud.
Unbelievable. How many tries, man? How many?
Well, we don't have a good game currently.
If Bradley hosts this one, it's working. Looks like it's Mike again.
We should be good to join.
Okay. This one seems better.
Looks like this one should be pretty good.
Yeah, so they are pitting this time. So just to recap, it was Bradley Domer Jr. who took the stage win, Michael Whitman second, Tegan Jones third, Michael Fox fourth, Ryan Parsons fifth, Cameron Morris sixth, JB seventh, Kamal eighth, Incog ninth, and Matt 10th. Was your stage one finish. Obviously no shot of the top three, I think. Kamal definitely could have been up there had he not had that incident with the 48 that sent him into the grass there early, stage one.
It'll be interesting to see how the rest of this race plays out with, I think we might have a couple beefs on the track right now with, obviously there was the 4 and the 42 at the end of the stage. And then, I want to see if the 10's going to kind of get back to the 48 here.
What happened to the 48 there?
Maybe he just had a really bad stop, it looks like.
He just now leaving the pits. Mike won the race off of pit road. Bradley sped apparently.
Coming back up. What's happening? Are you getting a spot back?
I guess so.
I'm not sure.
From what I heard, it sounded like he sped coming in.
He sped, but he's getting a spot back?
Okay.
Interesting call, I guess. Never heard of a driver speed on pit road and be able to get their position back.
Alright, well, here we go. We got 100 laps to figure the rest of this race out. Bradley Domer Jr. is going to lead him back down to the green. Decent jump there. Good push by the 42. He clears and will go with his teammate down on the inside. Oh. Be interesting when that 42 and the 4 get next to each other. Mike washes up the track a bit. Top 3 are going to get clear here, kind of like in the initial start of the race where the top 3 were able to get cleared and then started forming that little train we saw for the majority of stage 1.
And it looks like Ryan also trying to get by the 42. Like the only battle currently.
I think the 42 and the 2 are the ones who are stuck up on that high side.
High side still.
Ryan and Michael Fox almost had contact.
Oh, Michael Fox
in the wall.
Yeah.
Michael Fox finally able to squeeze in behind the 10 of Kamal, and now JB and Incog are in a battle. Cameron Morris and Matt are also in a battle behind them. And Incog sends it in.
He's sending it deep, and it looks like JB's going to get a crossover on him.
The 6 sends it deep, gets contact with the 43, 43 washes up into the 2. They all keep it straight back here. And go back to the lead pack here. see how Bradley can lead this pack. We were able to see the 4 car of Tegan was pretty good out there. Let's see if Bradley has the same success. It's like the 6 car lagged out. Mike looks to the inside of Bradley. Bradley closes the door there. I don't think that 48 car likes being out front like this. It's been a couple times now that I've seen him kind of wash up. The 9's going to go to the inside here of the 48. 4 is going to stay with the 48 up high. And we might be able to get him cleared here. Does not look like it.
This is going to be a tough pass to make right here. I think he should be able to get him coming out of turn 4 here, though. He looks like he's going to have some help behind him now. Now the question is the 4 going to be able to get down there?
4 has 2 teammates lined up right behind him. I don't see how they don't help him. And he's able to squeeze in between the 4 and the 14 there.
Oh, the 18 and the 88, they almost got into it in the back. The 18 kind of dove it low, and the 88 just kind of went up the track to try to prevent contact.
That's been going on kind of since the restart. We had that one move where Incog kind of dove it in there, and then JV crossed him over earlier.
That's really going to separate the pack, too, that move did. It kind of broke the 2, the 88, and the 18 kind of away from this 6-car pack.
And now Kamal, taking advantage of the second chance from needing to restart the lobby, he moves up into the 4th spot, trying to complete a pass on Ryan Parsons. Looks like he'll clear him here. We have Michael Fox doing just enough to be able to stay with these guys.
Interestingly enough, we have the 10 right behind the 48. Had an incident early on in the race that cost the 10 a lot of points.
I feel like the 48 right now is kind of holding these other 3 drivers back. I don't know what kind of adjustments were made, but they did not work for Bradley in that 48 car. And the site we've been far too familiar with this season, the 9 and the 4 in the top two spots here.
And they're trying to pull away. And yeah, the 48, he's definitely holding these guys up right now. I think the 10's pretty quick. I think he could get up there, but he just can't really get around the 48 right now.
Yeah, 10 and 14, Ryan's shown some speed as well tonight. I feel like if they can make quick work of Bradley to where it doesn't cost them too much time, they could definitely get back in the conversation here.
I think the 14 and the 42 both got into the wall in turn one.
Looks like the 3 car might have also... Oh, JB also looks to have lagged out or had some kind of issue. He is on pit road now.
Car, he's trying every lane he can to try to make a move on the 48. It just doesn't look like anything's really working right now. And the 9 and the 4, they're shooting away.
And 10 needs that 14 to be able to pull back up behind him. I feel like if those two can link up together, they'll be able to make quick work of the 48. Looks like they think people have been lagging out ever since this new lobby has a couple drivers worried. Come on, the 10, one of them. Looks like the 10's finally able to get underneath the 48. Ryan stayed up high with the 48 there.
48, he's going to kind of send it, or 48, the 10, sorry. He's going to send it in there. 48's going to try to make a crossover, but I don't think he's going to make it. 10 stays clear. 14's going to try to make a move now. 42 doesn't go down with him. 48 kind of comes down to block a little bit. And the 9 and the 4 are loving this because they're gone.
I think this will help this pack here because I genuinely do think that the 48 just did not like being the leader of the group. I feel like he had the same issue he did when he was leading the field. The 4 looks like he's trying to get a little racy here with the 9, trying to pass him, going up and down.
And they're getting spread out. You know, since the 10 is making that pass on the 48, him and the 48 are both starting to pull away from the 14 and the 42 a little bit. What's going on up front? They expect probably a cycle of pit stops in the next 5 to 10 laps, most likely.
That'll be fun. On this cycle of pit stops, I'm gonna look out for that 42. I feel like he's gonna try to pull something wacky out here.
You never know what you're gonna get from him. He either stays out really long or he short pits it. We'll see what he does. He's never on cycle, I can tell you that much.
I'm not afraid of trying something and then wonder why it didn't work. 42 had a really good run there in 1 and 2. Mike was able to get a good run exiting the corner though.
I gotta tell you, I think this 10 is reeling them back in. He's gained a lot of ground on him. And the
And
4,
this
he's
is
looking
going to
to the inside
help
of the
him. The
9. They're
4's
gonna battle.
alongside.
This is really gonna help the 10 come all right.
9's able to hold the charge off for now. Oh yeah, the 10's going to be there. He might be able to get a bit of the draft off of the 4 here on the backstretch. And the
Oh,
4
Tegan,
got
he
into
got
the wall.
loose. Tegan is
Oh
wrecked.
no!
Oh no. Championship point leader currently. The big issue out of turn 2. That's going to slow him back to 7th, I believe.
Yeah, he's in a battle there with
And
Cameron.
he's going to have a lot of damage from hitting that inside wall.
Oh, definitely. He got into the wall again there on the backstretch. Now the 9 car has a bit of a gap back to the 10, and how about Kamal? I mean, we talked about how he would probably benefit the most out of needing to do the reset, and now here he is sitting in 2nd thanks to that. I feel like he probably would have worked his way up eventually, but that definitely helped.
And he's pulled away from the 48 and 14. Looks like Tegan has gotten back by the 2, so I don't know if he's got too much damage. He seems to be, keeping pace again. He's got into the wall again, so I'm not sure.
Looks like it didn't give him too much damage on the initial wall contact. Where it really got him was on
Hitting the inside.
whenever it shot down to the inside wall. The 4 car will be pitting here.
Yeah, he's got to go to the pit. And try to repair that damage if he got in.
And 10's there. He's caught up to Mike
pitting,
here.
he's pitting.
He'll be
They're both pitting.
All 3 of them pitting.
It's like the 14 or 42 are the only ones that stay out.
Mike, Kamal, Bradley, Tegan. I believe that
Like
is
the rest of the whole
Incog.
field.
Yeah.
2's exiting pit road, so he must have pit the previous lap. 4 of Tegan Jones, who I don't believe is that far behind them right now, but he's going to have to. He's got a lot of damage he's got to repair.
The 14 and the 42 now in their pit road. 42, an amazing pit entry, was actually able to pass the 14 there.
Looks like Mike comes out with a pretty, similar lead over the 10 and 48 close behind the 10. They got pretty similar gaps to how they ended, I believe. 9 maybe slightly further ahead now.
Let's see where that 42 and 14 are gonna blend. Looks like the 9's gonna be able to make quick work here.
Yeah, they're gonna blow by. Which, that's expected with short hitting.
And now the race is to see if Kamal can close back in before this next pit cycle. I think he can, because, I mean, he was a decent... He was pretty close to Mike there before coming in the pit.
I mean, he's reeling him in too. I think he's closed the gap since they've exited. The interesting thing too is that the bottom three drivers in points right now. If either of them were to win the race, and Kamal being one of them, it would put the other two in kind of a must-win situation for the last two races. Kamal desperately needs this after not getting many points from the stage. Oh, he kind of overcooked that corner. He overdrove it.
I mean, what a statement it would be if he would be able to get it done. I mean, almost not advancing last week and comes up with a clutch win at the Roval. And he has the possibility tonight of being the first driver to lock their way in for a championship.
Top five right now, we've got Michael in first. Got the 10 of Bad Fast in second. Bradley Domer Jr. in third. Michael Fox in fourth. And Ryan Parsons rounding up the top five. They're all pretty evenly spread out here. I'd say about a half a second gap between all of them. And then the two of S'mores, who I feel like has actually gained a little bit of ground on them.
Yeah, but he'll probably end up giving that time back here towards the end of the cycle. He was the very first car to pit.
Yeah. He did pit a lap early. And then the fourth Tegan actually also not super far behind the two, but I definitely think unless there's a caution, I think he's probably out of this race.
He's going to have to pull strategy. And I mean, if there's anyone who would need to pull strategy and probably make it work, it's definitely that 4 car. Well, Michael Fox and Bradley here are probably going to find themselves in a good spot where if they could work together, they could try to get up there to Kamal and then try to run down the leader.
Yeah, it looks like Kamal, after he had that mistake earlier in turns 1 and 2, he hasn't been able to close the gap back on that machine.
Looks like it's
just
remained.
crossed to lap 40. We've got about 60 laps to go, I believe, 61 to go. We're coming to 60 to go right here.
.42 is there on Bradley.
It does sort of look like the 9's kind of pulling away right now. It's kind of
Looks like the 9 is going to have lap traffic with the 3 here.
I think he's going to have a bigger worry than lap traffic. Second, third, and fourth are all lined up right now, drafting together. So I think they're going to make up a lot of ground.
Let's see what these 3 can put together to try and get the 9 car back. they're kind of clicking these into this lead here. You can definitely tell they've made up time.
So just got confirmation from Mike. They're running the race to lap 101 to 102. So we have 102 lap to run. But KLW is going to go down and give way to the leaders here. Oh my! Did he get loose down there?
Yeah, it
No, he
looks
got
like
down.
it. I mean, the
I
apron
thought he
is
was
pretty
about to-
tricky at this
I thought
track.
he was about to lose it. Now, it does look like they're finally kind of closing in on the 9. It took 3 cars to get up there, but that's going to make this race really interesting. It looks like they're going to have definitely maybe 2 more pit stops. Like this could come down to a strategy there.
They are about there. I mean, shout out to those 3 also in a moment where one of them probably feels like they're faster than the other, not getting impatient and being able to work together like this to give
Run down
the
leader.
3 of them a shot at this. They're there now. Just hoping on a mistake. Maybe as soon as he gets there, I wouldn't be surprised to see the 10 try to make a move.
I think the aggressor here could be the 42. The last thing he wants to see is that 10 car victory line.
That will make his path to a championship a lot harder. The way this 10 car is able to roll in the corners mainly is absolutely amazing.
9 might have got a little too low there on the apron. I think it's going to cost him some time. I wonder if the 10's going to make a move.
That's kind of the way he's been taking the corner. I mean, definitely not afraid of what that apron can do. Here comes Kamal to the outside.
Go really high, but I think he's washed up, and I believe the 48's going to get by him here. And looks like the 42's going to sneak in there too. Wow. Costly move by the 10. But I don't think the 42's clear just yet. No, he's still fighting for it.
He might be able to get it done here in turns 1 and 2. Oh, she's up a bit.
Oh no. Oh no. Wow. It looks like the 42 was kind of washing up, and the 10 kind of checked up to keep from running into each other. So he looks like he lost quite a bit of ground there, but he's still in the rush.
And just like that, Mike has a bit of a gap again. Some breathing room for him.
Qualt wasting no time to bring the fight back to him. He's going to try to make a move on the 42 here in turn 3. He doesn't quite have it, but oh no, the 42 kind of gives him room, and the 10's going to sneak in there.
And 42 looks to the inside, or 10 looks to the inside of the 42.
43 stopped on the apron. Should be getting another round of pit stops here in about 15 laps, I believe. But I don't believe that anybody is going to short pit to try to get ahead, because they could make it on this last stop. It'll be tight.
And the 48 is back. A shout out to the 10 and 42, because even though they were battling, they did not lose as much time as we've seen battles cost other drivers here tonight.
It looks like the 10 made the move pretty quick. I mean, he kind of didn't really get to the bottom of him until about exiting turn 4, and he kind of ran side by side a little bit on the front stretch, and he cleared him pretty quickly in turn 1, so it didn't really strain me out. 10 dove it in really low on the apron. Wow. He was able to hold on to that.
Nine gains some more breathing room as we look through the field here. Looks like Cameron Morris is on the move here. Might try to go past Ryan Parsons, who's completely lost touch with that first pat.
We got the 11 of Joshua Harris on pit road currently.
On board with the 42 here of Mind Killer, who's the 4th car in line in this top breakaway.
He's going to see where Harris blends up here, because I think he's going to kind of slot in right here around there. Or no, he's going to slow down and just let them all go by.
Class act by Mr. Harris there.
While that's going on, 42 got to the inside of the 10. Looks like he didn't have a great corner. I think the 10's going to clear him from before.
Ross, just knowing the situation there, he knew if they kept going like that, they would run the risk of losing time to Bradley.
Well, even the 9, he looked like he's starting to pull away again. He kind of gets in these grooves where he clicks off some really good lap times, and he just kind of loses it.
What could help this group also is that Joshua Harris, even though he did lay off there, he is with this pack.
Oh,
and here comes the 10.
9 is also
9 as well.
So the 48 and the 42, I believe, with the 9 and the 10 pitting, they will have to make another stop. I don't know if the 48 and the 42 are going to try to one stop.
48 could be pitting here. There he
48
is.
pitting. 42 is going to stay out. So is the 42 going to try to stretch this into one stop to win the race? On pit road, it looks like the 9 car only took 1 can of fuel, and he got just 2 sets of tires. So it looks like he's going to try to flip that, where maybe his next stop is 4 tires.
I mean, we talked about it earlier. Mind Killer will definitely try something, and it might leave us scratching our head, but
Looks like he's in the
pitting
pits
now.
now. Yeah, it looks like the 10 definitely took 4 tires. He came out way behind the 9 car. And the 1448 on pit road right now. The 9 goes by. It looks like 9 is the only one that took 2 tires.
Could that be the
Everybody else
move?
took 4.
This is definitely going to be interesting to see how it plays
I
out.
think it could work for Mike. I believe he can just run it for about 10 laps maybe if he even needs to do that much, and then he can pit again and put those 4 on and whatever. Fresher tires. Now he will be running back in the back and won't be leading anymore. But he just got to click off good lap times and he can make it work. But he's got a massive lead. I mean, he's a whole straightaway ahead of second place right now. Who is looks like the 10. Oh yeah, so the 48 must have not had a great stop. The 10 has passed him and put quite a bit of a gap, and the 42 also just got around.
42 came out right in front of the 48.
And the 10, he's pulling away too. He's trying to click off fast laps as he can. Try and
48
this
going to
48
try to
and the
make a
42,
move.
they're going to keep battling. I don't see these two really working together to make anything work. So it'll be interesting to see if the 10 can pull away and try to beat the 9 strategy.
It's obviously really hard to tell because of how big the lead was stretched with Mike's pit call, but Kamal is making up a bit of distance on him. But this pit strategy is really... It's going to be really interesting to see which one prevails here.
Kind of surprised we didn't have anybody stay to try to stretch that fuel window. I figured that we'd get somebody trying to pull fuel mileage, especially the 42. That's kind of, or even Tian for that matter. He had an incident that kind of took him out of contention for winning, so I felt like he'd pull some kind of oddball stuff out to try to sneak out a win here. Looks like the 42 is kind of reeling back into the 10, and the 48, he's just kind of falling off.
They are still ever so slightly cutting into this lead by Mike. And there goes
9's
Mike
entering pit
into
road.
pit road.
Yeah. So this will be the time that he fills it up and put four stickers on it. That'll forfeit the lead over to the 10. All right. 42 looking to make a move.
If you're the 42, you have to just kind of sit back here and try to extend the lead to the 48. And maybe try to get some extra distance in case this strategy with the 9 does work out. And 10 washes up. Here comes the 42 looking onto the inside. And 42 clears him. Which strategy are you siding with here, Wessel? Because, I mean, Mike's definitely is interesting, and I could see that one working.
I really could too. These guys, they're going to have to take 2 tires, and Mike's going to be on freshers. And it's, we've seen him pull this strategy off quite a few times, and I feel like it's worked more than it hasn't. So, I don't know, but the 42, he looks really fast. And I think if these two keep working together, like you said, they could, the 9's running by himself. He's got no draft. So this could benefit them greatly. Forking to Ryan Parsons just building the pit road.
Let's see here. Mind Killer and Kamal are exiting turn 2. Mike is
Just crossed the line.
now exiting 2. It's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be a good finish. As the 18 of Incog and the 11 of Harris have peeled down into pit road. Here comes the 10 of Kamal into pit road. Ten is taking 4. Oh. 10 took 4 there. Or, yeah, 10 took 4. And Mind Killer's still on track.
I think the real question is, can Mike make it?
Mike's gonna have quite a gap here to the 10. I'm really interested to see what this 42 is gonna do.
He's still on track.
On board with the 42.
Also important to keep in mind that the 2 also still does not fit. I believe he is currently second place.
Yeah, because I believe Harris is a lap down currently. He's the only car in between Mind Killer and the 2 of Cameron Morris. The 3 car pulls out of the way for Mind Killer.
I think the 42 might be pitting here.
No, he stays on track. And these should be last pit stops, correct?
Yes, yeah. Mind Killer's still out there.
And Kamal's kind of been chasing Mike down here. It's still a pretty big gap, but yeah. he is coming back to him. Three cars pitting, and Michael Fox still out on track.
Yeah, he's got to pit real soon here.
What will he do, and will it work?
I imagine he's going to try to flip the strategy of Mike, where Mike took 2 tires the first stop, and then came back around and did 4. I believe that Mind Killer is going to try to stretch these 4 as long as he can go, and then put 2 on.
That could be risky. And the 2 car,
42
only
still
other
on track.
car. Only other car to stay out with Mind Killer. He'll be coming in and would this Mind Killer strategy of maybe flipping it, would it be worth the risk though? Because then you just dig yourself into a bigger hole.
You know, I think it's a pretty decent strategy being able to work. I mean, he's just doing the same thing that Mike Man has already done. So we'll see. And I think the tires would kind of have leveled out.
What does work to his advantage is that Mike has also been running
10
by
laps
himself.
to go, by the way. 10 to go.
Four car of Tegan Jones is in pit road.
You know, I kind of wonder if the 42 isn't just trying to save here. He's running really slow in these corners. I think he might be pitting now. He
Yeah,
is.
he's
42
pitting
is
this
entering
time.
pit road now. That was a pretty conservative entry. I don't know if he meant to go that slow running pit road, but he might lose a lot of time there.
Does that hand the lead back over to Mike?
It will, yeah, as soon as Mike gets past him. They're all just now like getting back on the lead lap, so they got to come around another time to see where he'll blend out. And that was a quick stop. I don't know if he took tires. That's a very quick stop by Mind Killer. And
here comes the 42.
Here comes the 9. He's going to be coming around right here. And it looks like the 9 is going to get by him, but the 42 is there, and I don't think he took tires.
Man. I tell you what, and he had a really good exit there as well. That 3 and 4, I feel like, cost Mike more than it cost Mind Killer needing to get around Harris there. And just like that, race is back on.
Currently sitting on lap 96, coming to 97 for this final stint of 102.
And Mike looked like he got a bit loose there. What lap are we on here? 99?
Yeah, should be lap 99, and they're going to 101 to 102. So lap 101 will be the last lap. So I think they got 2 to go here.
Man, what a drive. What a strategy. I mean, you gotta admire Mind Killer for going
I
for
mean, it
it.
was a good try. I think he had to try it.
Do you
And it
think
looks like
maybe
it is
that
going to pay
conservative...
off for him. He is going to jump the 10 for position finish, which is big for the battle for to make the final four.
The white flag is in the air for Mike, man. Had the right strategy and no one else caught on to it. Nine car is going to enter turn 3 and 4. And the defending champion is going to punch his ticket into the championship round. What a race. Big shot from his team owner there. And something we don't get to see too often. A nice little burnout
And he's
here.
trying to do burnouts, but he's really low on fuel.
So it is Mike Man with the win, Mind Killer with second, Kamal with third, I believe Bradley fourth. Were we able to see who got fifth? How about that? I also don't think we thought about how to do interviews in this party. So and there he is.
Hello.
So how about that, Mr. Defending Champ? You are the first driver to punch his ticket into the championship round. Talk us through your race and how you thought that strategy was going to work out. Did it kind of go as planned?
Yeah, I'd say it did. It's a strategy that I've employed here before. I did it 2 years ago, and I won the race doing it. You know, Tegan being out of it kind of helped because he's smart enough to counter some of my strategy calls on the fly, and he knows how to react to them because we kind of have a similar playbook in terms of that. So whenever he had his little issue out of two, that really kind of opened the door for what I knew my plan was going to be. I just needed to really run my own race, get good lap times, and ultimately it worked how I wanted it to. I was a little concerned. Mind Killer was going to maybe like try to save tire and go just fuel only, but I don't think he had the tire wear to be able to do that. So yeah, definitely went to plan. In terms of strategy and to answer your part about punching my ticket, that also feels very good. It's definitely Iowa next week I'm not too concerned about, but going into Atlanta with an unknown fate is definitely intimidating. So I'm glad to get that out of the way and to just start focusing on Miami now.
It was a big win. Congratulations. We were talking earlier this week, and you said that there was a nightmare scenario of you not making the final four.
Yes, yeah.
And how does it feel to know that you do not have to worry about that anymore?
Well, a mentality that I have is just like I'm not gonna win another race. That's how I go in. Like I went into the season thinking I'm gonna win 0 races, and that helps me stay motivated and try to work at what at my skill and try to stay, able to be better and competitive. So, I always try to give my brain the worst possible scenario just so that I work harder to make sure that doesn't happen. Obviously, the nightmare scenario was very realistic. Mind Killer and Kamal could have easily won tonight, or one of those two could easily won tonight, and that would have definitely, put that nightmare scenario in motion. But just glad to go get the W tonight and prevent that option.
So you punch your ticket. You said it lets you kind of not worry about the other 2 races. What's the mentality kind of go into? Do you start practicing for Miami now? Do you kind of just go into these next 2 races hoping to maybe knock off another couple wins, prevent others from locking their spot in?
Obviously, we just want to help Bradley get in. He'll be in a good spot. Me winning definitely helps him quite a bit. There'd have to be 2 new winners to really, to kick him out now. So, 2 winners that are either Kamal, Mind Killer, or Ryan the next 2 races. So he's in a decent spot. I don't know if I'm going to practice Miami any early. I like to keep in my routine that I have, and I feel like starting to practice there. Today's the 15th, and the championship race I think is like in October, one of the first week of October. So I don't really plan on starting now. I would just overthink it, and just going to be status quo for the next 2 races. Obviously, I'd like to win if I could. Those are 2 tracks that I have won at before. So that's my main goal, is to win these next 2 races and help Bradley out where I can.
All right, you got anything else for him, Wessel?
No, but congratulations on your win tonight. Congratulations on being the first driver locked into the Final Four. I do believe Tegan, is he locked in on points?
He's not locked in technically,
but it's really close.
He'd have to miss a race for him to.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna. So he's in a pretty good spot. My nightmare scenario was either bad.
Was pretty close tonight to happening.
It was. Yeah, it was. That's
I think your 2 best challengers after
were part of the nightmare scenario.
Were the nightmare drivers. Yeah.
And then it would involve Bradley winning Iowa, and then one of the other bottom 3 or 4 drivers in the standings, bottom 3 in the standings, winning Atlanta. So, luckily, we can prevent that tonight.
Well, congratulations.
Hey, did you guys have fun? How was Colby? Did you have fun, Colby?
Colby had a couple quips. He
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in like twice, I think. I don't know if he's back, but
I don't think he came back after the reset after the stage.
We lost him. We lost him there.
There wasn't a lot of great content to comment on.
Did you catch?
There was a lot of beef in the first lobby.
Yeah. Did you catch me yelling? I was yelling at the beginning.
The last thing that I thought about commenting on was your yapping at Incog coming out of pit road. Something. Come on, get the fuck out of the way. Something along those lines. But I let the 2 professionals do their work, and
far from it. Far from it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate it, fellas. Thank you.
Okay, so now let's get Mind Killer in here.
You know how to invite him, right?
You just invite him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't add, you invite. It's different.
Yeah.
Here, you want me to get him? I can get him.
I already sent him the invite.
Oh, okay.
And your 2nd place finisher tonight, Mind Killer. Walk us through what that last stint there, the strategy you had to pull in order to give yourself a shot here.
Well, a great shot was me being behind some people and using the draft to have the advantage on fuel. But uh, my plan was to just to do the whole fuel entire run and then pit, but that didn't work out. I think maybe if I actually pitted a little earlier, I probably would have had a shot, but uh, at least Mike got the win, and I finished ahead of Ryan and Kamal. I don't even know why I said Tegan there, but and the next thing for these two races, just finish ahead of them two and try and catch Bradley on points if possible, and pass him on that, and get me off of that bubble.
You had a great points night, and you did increase the gap for the bubble. I think you're. I'm just guessing. I think you're plus 10 on Kamal now, I believe, or 9. I think you're plus 9 on Kamal now.
I really don't know on that, but
that's just
I'll
like me
see.
thinking off the top of my head. But I do believe
out.
you're plus 9 on Kamal and plus maybe also plus 9 on Ryan. Also, I think they're tied, but I'm not exactly sure. So can you take me through the end of stage 1 and like kind of what happened there? Because it seemed like y'all came out of the pits, and y'all got 4 wide. I couldn't really tell what happened. And then going down into turn 1 and turn 2, or no, it was coming back to turn 3. Tegan just kind of shipped you through the corner.
Yeah, coming out of pit row, we all was Bradley, and Tegan was there. We was basically on edge, on that apron, getting out, and at one point coming to 3 and 4, I had that dive on the inside, and it I think made it 4 wide, and I made that pass fairly clean as possible, and and that was the last lap for that stage. I thought I had it. I knew I had it, but then Tegan threw it in there and knocked me out of that stage win, and I got 4th.
So you had a great points day, and you able to increase your lead on the.
I mean, what he did, he kind of had nothing to lose. I mean, I could see his reason on there, nothing to lose, but me, I had to give it my all. I mean, this is the last round for me to make it to the Championship 4, and with this being the Earnhardt round, Intimidator, push and shove. Gotta get everything you can.
Well, good race. I thought you made a good strategy call at the end, trying to match Mike, and it just wasn't enough. But thank you for joining us, and good luck at Iowa next week.
Yeah, good luck at Iowa.
I certainly thought I had it, but yeah, I'll see y'all at Iowa next week.
Let's get Kamal in here, who I don't have as a friend.
Do I need to get him? I think I can get him.
Yeah, if you can, please. And I mean, the result may not show it, but I feel like he had a really, really good race.
Yeah, I think I truly believe. I think Kamal had a top 3 car tonight. Tegan's always fast, and then Mike, who I believe had probably the best car and the best strategy. It turned out, and there's Badfast.
Well, Badfast, you were able to rebound there after a bit of a crazy stage 1 to rebound and get a 3rd place finish. Kind of walk us through your night. Had a lot of ups and downs, and at one point it seemed like you were going to be able to get there for the win. Just kind of talk us where you think it kind of went south on that.
Um, well, honestly, it's just that we had a fast car. We had a car that was capable of winning, and we didn't execute. We didn't execute well enough. I didn't execute well enough. So, um, and Mike pulled that crazy strategy, and just didn't have anything to fight back with. You know, fight back the strategy, and I did the best I could with that car, but it is what it is.
FS, you got a top 3 car tonight, and looking back, do you think you would change your strategy differently in that last run?
Uh, I probably would have took 2 tires from Mike if I knew that. If I could read if I could have read his mind, I probably would have put on 2 tires with him. That's the only way I would have won that race.
And you had that hiccup there in stage 1 with Bradley. What really happened there? Because on our side, it kind of just looked like he went down and poof, hit you.
Well, um, see, it all started off at turn 2 when my car got loose, and like I was trying to save the car through the whole through down the whole way. So like I was loose off 2, and then I caught it, went into 3, and got loose again, trying to catch it. And I was trying to let the 48 go, and I saw the 9 was on my outside as well, and the 48 came down, and I had to save that as well. Go through the grass, saved it, got back on track, but it killed us. It killed us in the points. I know he didn't mean to. He said he was. He said he thought he was clear, but it is what it is.
So how
Well,
does this kind of? Oh, go ahead, Wessel.
Well, you are, I believe you're now 9 points below the cut line of Michael Fox, and that's just me guessing. I don't think that's official yet, but I think it's 9. What's your strategy going to be going into Iowa and Atlanta to try to lock yourself into the Final Four?
I'll point to 42 as much as possible or win the race. That's the only 2 options I got. That's the only 2 options I got. So we'll do our best, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of luck on our side.
Well, Kamal, congratulations on the 3rd place. I know it's not what you wanted, but you definitely put on a heck of a show tonight for all the viewers watching and for us here in the booth.
All right. Thank you.
And
You want to do any more? You just did the top 3. We're doing top 5 or 4.
we were requested to do top 5.
Okay, yeah.
So
I think Bradley's
4th
next.
was Bradley.
I think it's Bradley and then Ryan.
Yeah.
I think it's the top 5.
We'll get Fred Domer Jr. And I can't find him. I know I'm friends with him. Oh, it's probably because he's already in here.
You should still be able to invite him. Oh no, he's probably appearing offline. You'll have to find him offline. Yeah, I got him.
Thank you.
There's the 48 of Bradley Domer Jr.
Nice.
You had a
fourth
pretty
finish.
good car tonight. Can you kind of just walk me through that race?
I'm just glad to run well. I haven't ran well at mile and a half this year. Wish I was on Mike's strategy. Completely forgot we reset the lobby, and I was still going off how many laps were actually left in the race, or I would have attempted the same strategy because it was in my mind. But I forgot we had completely reset everything, but I'll take a solid top 5 going into probably my best track. Oh shit.
What? It felt like whenever you were in the lead or leading a pack, it felt like the car was kind of not driving the same as when you were doing the pushing. Do you think there's anything different you could have done to adjust the car in that matter?
No, because if I would have went any looser at the setup. Out front, I'd been fine maybe, but living on the edge at the end of the run, I did make an adjustment to help the car. But once I had that incident with NCOG and had right side damage, it was too late to do anything with 10 because I was right there with him. But all day, solid car, needed that, especially with it being the round before the championship 4. I'm making weird noises. Sorry, I'm playing the Madden game. Madden.
I believe you're pretty decent on points, so you're definitely plus 20 or 19 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Entering Iowa. So what's your strategy going to be for the next couple races? And obviously you're really good at Iowa. You're really good at pretty much every short track and road course. So how's your confidence level going in next week?
My confidence level is pretty high. I know Mike's gotten way better at Iowa. Mind Killer's pretty good at Iowa. Tegan's gotten better there. So what I had on the field has definitely closed. But I feel like I can win next week, and if I can do that, I won't have to worry about Atlanta. But I still will also feel pretty confident with Atlanta after having a shot to win there earlier this year and getting past with like 3 to go, whatever it was. So I feel like I'm in a very comfortable spot. Just don't need to lose too many points to Mind Killer or Bad Fast. So I think he's Bad Fast because he's ahead of Ryan.
I was doing the points in my head throughout the race. I believe the gap is, I think Kamal and Ryan are tied or close to it. There might be like a 1 point difference between them. And then I do know that Kamal is 9 points behind the cut line.
It's just hard to make up those points with just over 10 people in a lobby. But who knows? If anyone could do it, it would definitely be that 10 car.
Oh yeah, we do have Atlanta coming up, and that could be a wild card race. I think
he's not bad at Iowa either. I remember a year where it was him and I until he had his internet issues and lagged out.
You have anything else, Sal?
No, I do
Nope.
not.
Yeah, same thing to each other. Is that how this night's going?
Well, congrats on your 4th place finish there, Bradley, and look forward to seeing you next week at Iowa.
Alrighty, thank you.
And then last one, Mr. Ryan Parsons. Ryan kind of had a quiet night. Shout out to Ryan.
He did. He was just kind of around, barely hanging in the just outside the top 5 for most of the night, and I think he kind of snuck in the top 5. There he is.
So we're just talking about it, Ryan. You had a pretty quiet night tonight. Talk us about how your race was.
Not what I needed it to be. I mean, I needed to gain points tonight, and just being quietly in the top 5 is just something that didn't cut it. I mean, the car was okay, but nothing else I could have done.
So you go in...
sorry. It seemed like you were in battles with S'mores and even Tegan kind of later on in that race for a lot of the day. Can you walk me through like what you would do differently in the race to try to improve your standing?
I needed to be looser. That's the only thing I changed, be looser. Because the car in that big second run just was so tight I couldn't get it to turn, which caused me to lose the top 4. So I need to be looser.
So how does this kind of shift the mentality? You have a week to get over this one. Then all focus has to go on Iowa and then Atlanta after. So what exactly is the focus on at Iowa? What's the game plan? What do you feel you need to go in and do?
I needed to survive and hope that Mind Killer struggles big time. Because if he struggles, then I can gain points and then go on to Atlanta and pray to God I can hit a walk-off, because I think that's the only chance I got.
I tried doing the math in my head, kind of throughout the race with the stages and everything. I think you and Kamal are tied in points. I'm not exactly sure, but I do believe that y'all are tied, and I think y'all are 9 behind the cut line. So, what's your strategy going to be for those last 2 races to try to make it into the final 4?
I don't know about Iowa, but Atlanta, it's be up front all day long and make sure Mind Killer can't get by me. That's as simple as that.
All right, Ryan. Well, congrats on the top 5. No, it's not exactly what you were looking for tonight, but definitely some momentum to build on for next week at Iowa.
All right. Thank you, boys.
Well, that'll do it for us tonight as we wrap up here the race 1 of the Earnhardt round. And thank you to everyone who tuned in. Wessel, Colby, thank you for making an appearance with me tonight. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the input Colby had. It was great.
It was awesome.
But yeah, thank you everyone, and we'll see y'all next week for race 2 in the Earnhardt round at Iowa.